gotta deal with it!
I think this most accurately sums up how Houston fans are feeling right now. Dear Deshaun Watson, thank you for giving the city of Houston false hope. Thank you for lying when you signed that contract. Thank you for giving up on your promise of bringing Houston a Super Bowl. Thank you for failing and quitting on the city. Thank you for all the false hope you gave the city and the fans. Thank you for failing to speak to the public during all of this. Thank you for leaving all your diehard fans and all the kids that looked up to you heartbroken and in shock. Houston would have gone as far as giving you the keys to the city. You could have ran Houston, be the face of the city and even the face of Texas, but no. Instead, you run and hide behind your poor management team. Well, thanks for all those draft picks. Have fun on another rebuilding team. So much for being legendary. The city of Houston. Yep. This is one of the most bullshit situations imaginable, and it culminated with Deshaun getting a fuck ton of money. How much in terms of fuck ton, you might ask? How much in terms of fuck ton? Do you really want to know? Okay, $213 million. $230 million. Base salary is down to $1 million for 2022. And he got a $45 million signing bonus. While the Texans only got, at the best value, 3 first-round picks from the Cleveland Browns. And not that much else. Yep, Deshaun only did this for the money. He didn't do this because he really wanted out of Houston. He did this for himself. He did everything for himself. I'm sorry, but you cannot fucking deny that. People who are trying to still defend him for some reason in this city. In Houston, if you're a fan of the Texans in general, people defending him, no. He is just as much of a distraction as the Texans were when Bill O'Brien was still the head coach. Alright, you can't deny that. He could have gone to his hometown team and the Atlanta Falcons. They were prepared to give him everything he wanted, even move on from the best quarterback that they've ever had in Matt Ryan for this. And he still balked at that opportunity. He left the Panthers at the altar because they wouldn't give him all the money up front, especially considering, he's got suspensions looming. And then Cleveland decides to give him everything he wants, and that's who he just happens to choose after they say that they don't want, that after they're told they're not in the running for him. And not only that, Cleveland, fuck you. The way you treated Baker Mayfield during all this is fucking nothing short of disgraceful. You're really gonna go after him, not do anything about it, and then when Baker gets wind of it, when he decides to ask for a trade, you're like, no, we're not going to accommodate your trade request. And then you still get Deshaun Watson anyway? What the fuck are you thinking? What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen with Baker Mayfield if and when he found out about that? That is a forever burned bridge thanks to you. This guy won you a playoff game against your biggest rival, and this is how you treat him after one bad year that he played while injured. And guess who he got injured by? The Houston fucking Texans in week 2. Do you not remember that? I remember that. I watched that fucking game all the way through. But no, you don't want to freaking acknowledge that shit. Apparently. You just want to go, oh, we're going to give our first overall pick basically no chance. Even though he has been the best quarterback that we've drafted in a long time. And we're going to go out and get this big free agent. This free agent who, by the way, was accused by 22 women of sexual assault, and just because he got cleared of criminal charges in the criminal case does not mean that he didn't do anything. Alright? You are stuck in the situation that Steelers fans were when they had Ben Roethlisberger. Remember all that? Big rape? Remember when you guys won the playoff game against Pittsburgh and you said Big Ben for prison? Oh yeah, Browns. You guys have nothing to say to Pittsburgh. You have nothing to say. Good job, guys. You fucked yourselves. You fucked yourselves into a situation where you're basically the Pittsburgh Steelers again when it comes to quarterbacks. Pathetic. Now, I have my own problems with this trade. I'm really irritated that this even came to be in the first place. And I'm tired of all people saying that it's all Cal McNair's fault. It's all Cal McNair's fault for getting Nick Caserio in the first place. That's why this happened. No, it is not all Cal McNair's fault. One white lie after a bad season with the intentions of the team at heart is not a deal breaker in any circumstance. One white lie for the betterment of your team. It's not like he went out and got Trent Baalke. If he had gotten Trent Baalke, Houston fans would have rioted. Instead, that's Jacksonville's fucking problem. It's not like he went out and got some of the worst GMs of seasons past in other franchises. He didn't. He got a guy who he knew was reputable, who he had already tried to get before in Nick Caserio. Nearly got a tampering charge on us in court for it, but we still tried to get him. And he's got freaking rep from Bill Belichick himself that he's pretty daggum good at his job. So that, guess what he does? He goes and gets Nick Caserio. And Deshaun's real pissy about getting a GM, not giving input in GM hire. I'm sorry. That is down to his ego and his ego alone. Yes, is it dumb that he didn't go talk to Deshaun about this? Yes. Absolutely it's dumb. He still should have said something. But that does not give Deshaun the leeway to go, I'm going to fucking do like an random NBA players and request to trade and just refuse to play. That is on him. That is on him alone for that. And it's absolutely ridiculous to me that people are still trying to defend him for this. He did this. And then look what happened immediately afterwards. Accused by 22 different women of sexual assault. Be acting very, very in a very improper manner. We'll just leave it at that. And there is evidence that he was willfully being an idiot. He was wanting sex. Not that he can't seek sex if he wants to, but the fact that he put himself in situations where it looked or felt like to some of these women that he was acting improper, despite the fact that they were consensual acts, should tell you some things. And yet people still treat Deshaun, at least in GM circles, like he's a big hot shot. Which the stats prove it. But as a person, I'm not sure about that anymore. But anyway, let's keep going on with this point about Deshaun being a negative Nancy. You put Nick Caserio in this bad position, Deshaun. Okay? Give Nick shit for not getting players or any second rounders for this rap. You are well entitled to that. But Deshaun signed a no-trade clause. And guess what? Remember when he signed his contract in 2020? This was after we traded DeAndre Hopkins. Deshaun Watson was also singing Bill O'Brien's praises. He wasn't directly involved with Bill O'Brien even getting fired. That was J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt was instrumental in getting him fired, not Deshaun Watson. And he's not going to say anything about that. He's not going to say anything about one of the best wideouts that we've ever had getting traded. But he's going to say something because of a GM hire? While he's also apparently doing some nasty stuff with people's booty holes? No. I question how much you really care for the game when you're being that irresponsible in your downtime. Okay? Like, it's one thing when some dude in a job that doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things is doing irresponsible shit. Not illegal shit necessarily, but just stupid shit. It's another thing when you are worth millions upon millions of dollars, you just sign one of the biggest contracts in NFL history, and you're doing this shit. That's a bad look on you. People looked up to you, Deshaun Watson, myself included, and a lot of fans. We thought that you could accelerate this rebuild for us, and that once we got a decent supporting cast for you on offense, we might be able to do something. But instead, you decided to forego that. And guess what happened after that? We immediately drafted your replacement, it looks like, in Davis Mills, who has done enough to get himself into a starting spot for next season. And I love that. I love that he was almost immediately able to prove himself as a decent successor. He broke all the rookie records that you couldn't break because of your injury. Yeah, so I bet that kind of stings Deshaun, huh? You got replaced by a guy who was drafted in the third round, and despite the fact that he played more games than you in his rookie year, he was still able to show more and more improvement as the season went on, despite the fact the supporting cast was bad. You at least had a decent team when you came into the starting job. He didn't. And he was able to outdo David Carr's rookie records. I don't know, man. I'd like to think that kind of hurts Deshaun a little bit there. But the worst part of his fucking behavior has once again got to be with the fans. All he ever said to the city of Houston, to anyone in this city, about anything involving this stuff, despite the fact that he went to training camp and OTAs. Well, I'm pretty sure it was just training camp. I don't believe he went to OTAs. But anyway, despite the fact that he said, oh, I love the fans and all that shit, he didn't give a damn word about trying to help us to understand what exactly was going on. I understand you're not really supposed to be saying anything when you're in court, but he made an ass out of himself during one of the last few days of practice before the season started. That was his fucking fault. He made himself a distraction in the city, and he did not do anything to try to dissuade, to try to get fans in Houston on his side. The longer the season went on, the more people got pissed at him. When he was almost traded to Miami, 99.9% of Texans fans were like, we're done with you. We don't want you. Okay? You have burned every single bridge in this city. Like, people give Matt Schaub shit for the pick sixes in 2013, but people tend to forget that this was in the midst of a chaotic free fall for the 2013 Texans. 14 straight losses. Defense couldn't stop shit. Offense couldn't get anything going. The entire team failed. But people still burn Matt Schaub's jersey for that? I will not be surprised if people start burning Deshaun Watson's jersey. But worse. And they absolutely fucking should. They absolutely should. He didn't try to keep fans calm. He didn't try to get them on their side. He decided to just be a little bitch and whine while he was collecting paychecks, while the team sucked without him, while he was getting getting prepared for depositions in court last month and this month with the civil suits. And now he's going to go to Cleveland with this big-ass fucking paycheck. He's a coward. Deshaun Watson, the Cleveland Browns, everyone on Deshaun Watson's side at this point are cowards. You supported one of the most cowardly moves imaginable regarding a player since LeBron went to the Miami Heat in 2011. You can't deny that. All right, you cannot deny that. That Deshaun Watson is, without a doubt, one of the biggest cowards in NFL history. He won't own up for his fucking mistakes at all. And he just got all the money to secure him if he manages it right for basically the rest of his life. It's pathetic. It's absolutely fucking pathetic to me. People are still gonna freaking defend him for this. I can't stand this. I hate it. I can't stand it. All we can do now is just hope that the draft goes well and that everything is better next year. That's all we can do. But Deshaun Watson, sincerely, fuck you. Fuck you for being such a monumental distraction for this city at a time when things haven't been so hot for all of us. You beat us at our lowest point. You took all of our hope from us. And we are still aimless. We have barely the smidgen of direction with Caserio at the helm, with Lovie Smith as our head coach. This smidgen of direction. And who knows how long that lasts. I don't know. All I know is it could have been a lot better if you stayed. Could have been a lot better if you sucked up your pride. But instead you didn't. And now you're going to get a bunch of money in Cleveland while they transform into the factory of sadness yet again. Good fucking job.
Well, that's just fucking great!